For your ethics assignment, you'll be filling out an online PDF form, and it's the old ethics process that used to operate at Monash University. Now, we'll continue using that process, but what I wanted to show you is the new online form. So many of you will probably go on and undertake some research studies in a thesis or in further research. I wanted to show you the online process that Monash now has adopted for ethics applications. Now, I'm going to keep talking, but I'm going to share my screen and go into the online process. Now, for you as a student, you actually have to submit the application via your thesis supervisor. So it's really your supervisor who's submitting the form. Now, this is my login for ethics, so your supervisor will be the same. Other staff at Monash are the same. And here we enter the Research Ethics and Compliance portal. Now, for you to actually submit an application, you have to be sent a link, and that's organised by your supervisor currently. And you click on the link and you'll basically set yourself up with an ethics presence within the Monash portal. Now, I can't show you how to do that, but it's really quite simple, so I'm told. And here now we're actually in, and you can see that there's only one project in my ethics portal, and it's actually a student. That's a PhD student. It's working on a project currently. Now, you can see here as I click on the application, so it's called an Australian Expert Delphi Study on Mental Health Recovery in Young People. And you can see here a checklist from the application form. But what I wanted to show you is first, if you go to the checklist, and I guess what I also want to illustrate is that almost everything in the online, the new online approach is exactly what you're going to be filling out for your assignment. So don't be concerned, I guess, that you're going to be doing something that's not worth doing. The work that you're going to put in on the online PDF forms will be exactly the same as this. Now, this often starts with a checklist where it actually gets you to click whether it involves different participant groups or different procedures. And this is how it's determined whether it's a low risk or a high risk ethics. So if I clicked on women who are pregnant or Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islanders or any of these other key groups, then automatically it becomes a high-risk ethics application. For this Delphi application, a Delphi study looks into people who are experts in an area of interest, and here it's mental health clinicians and psychiatrists, and they're not high risk. The research will not be high risk. Now, there's other reasons for why it's high risk, and you've been learning about that in all of your readings and so forth. I just wanted to give you a quick step through though. So what the form does, initially it's got the title and who the chief investigators are. I won't go down further, but I'm the chief supervisor, so it's submitted, as I say, through myself. But then just like the PDF form that you're filling out, it asks you about basic information like the research aims and hypotheses, but also what the background to the work is. But then in later sections, where you click on certain aspects, so if we clicked on here, it actually then provides drop-down boxes that you need to fill out more information for. So here you talk about benefits and risks. Now, isn't that really been clearly outlined in the reading materials that you've had? So we continue on. And again, if you click on certain boxes, for example, will this be submitted to another human research ethics? Then you have to put in the details and so forth and so forth, you know, and on it goes around the type of research and so forth. So if you're working with other organisations, you have to name the organisation, and usually you have to get a letter from them to support it. But I won't go into details. But as you can see, I hope, is that the ethics application is really just, the online ethics application is just very, very similar to the form that you're going to fill out. And equally so, the Monash ethics approach will always comes back to core aspects of are you doing harm, is it benefit, what are the risks, and so forth. And they're the key aspects of any ethics application.